2.
Sorry for that. I'm just being told that she's not here. I thought she was here. What do we do? Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, for trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you very much. We now have the national anthem and the national song. So remain standing, please. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Your Excellency, Governor Ms. Julia Crouch, the Honorable Minister is on, the Honorable Chief Minister, Premier is on his way, and the Deputy Governor acting also on their way, so they'll be here shortly. A number of persons, I think maybe we started a little too early perhaps. Minister of Infrastructure, Communication, Utilities, Housing and Tourism, Mr. Hayden Hughes. Minister of Sustainability, Innovation, Environment, Mrs. Quincy Gomes-Mary. Members of elected members, other elected members, any members of the opposition that's here. Heads of Permanent Secretary for Sustainability, Mrs. Chanel Petty Barrett. Heads of departments, our Chief Natural Resource Officer, Ms. Melissa Mead, staff of the Departments of Natural Resources, farmers, Minister, I just realized our next minister is here. That's the Minister of Social Development and Education. No, Minister of Home Affairs, Lands and Physical Planning, Mr. Kenneth Hodge. I think I can see you in the distance. Sorry, my sight is not very good. I'm supposed to be doing an operation on my eye tomorrow, so forgive me, please. Welcome, one and all, to this opening ceremony, a ceremony where we will launch our Flex Farm to the various schools and other institutions of learning. This comes at a time where today, as you will know, is World Food Day, and this is celebrated on the 16th of October annually. And the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, established this day in 1979 in an effort to combat global hunger. The promotion of global food security, food production, and food sustainability is the main focus of this day. And most of the world today will be having a number of activities, both at the Office of the United Nations and throughout the rest of the globe, to celebrate this occasion. So as we reflect on poverty and those who are less fortunate than us, who might not have the resources to have the kind of meal that we might have, let's, in our own little way, see what we can do to help this global crisis. So this is a perfect time for this launch, and I would want to congratulate the government of Anguilla for taking this initiative, especially at this time. I continue with the program. We will now have the project overview by Ms. Isabel Rosario, and she's a Natural Resource Officer in the Department of Natural Resources. Isabel.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to adopt the protocol already established. It is a pleasure to be here this morning, not only to celebrate the handover of the Flex Farm systems, but to also use this opportunity to celebrate World Food Day 2023 with its theme, Water is Life, Water is Food. These specific hydroponic systems that will be handed over today seem to very fit in with the theme above. According to Josh Malik, Partnership Development Director of Folk Farms, the vertical indoor hydroponic system uses 98% less water. It can be safe to say that these systems were designed to help save water and help with water efficiency. As project lead of Anguilla's Climate Smart Agriculture Caribbean Regional Pilot Project, I will give you a brief overview of the project in which the Flex Farm hydroponic system will be used for. In 2003, a new Climate Smart Agriculture project has been launched to address food insecurity in the Caribbean. The Caribbean Climate Smart Accelerator, through funding from Sony Music Global Social Justice Fund and the support of agriculture technology company Folk Farms, has granted 12 indoor hydroponic systems to the government of Anguilla and the Cayman Islands and the Walker's Institute for Regenerative Research, Education, and Design in Barbados. The Caribbean Climate Smart Accelerator Pilot Project includes 5 flex farms each for the government of Anguilla and the Cayman Islands and 2 units for Wired. Beneficiaries in each group will receive support to operate the flex farms and will monitor production yields for a 1-year period. In Anguilla, the Department of Natural Resources will issue units to 4 public primary schools with feeding programs: Alvin Allison Primary, Adrian T. Hazel Primary, Morris Vanterpool Primary and Vivian Vanterpool Primary, the Albina Lake Hodge Comprehensive Schools Pupil Referral Unit, PRU, the Workshop Initiative in Secondary Education WISE, the Agriculture Science Program, and the Zenada Haven Rehabilitation Center for Juvenile Offenders. The project seeks to accomplish the following 6 objectives. 1, implementing best practices to mitigate food insecurity through collective community impact driven by technology. 2, creating livelihood opportunities for vulnerable communities with an emphasis on women and youth. 3, to provide a model and potential funding for existing subsistence farmers to improve their business model through modular, energy efficient, low maintenance hydroponic technology. 4, to change the narrative surrounding agriculture, starting with schools through the implementation of an experimental learning opportunity and a first-hand exposure to how innovative but simple technology can be used to revolutionize the agriculture sector. 5, to engage local private actors in supporting local farmers and buying local. 6, to bolster food security efforts of Anguilla. As we embark on this journey to address food insecurity in Anguilla and at the region at large, I look forward to working with each beneficiary of this project as we grow sustainably, embrace innovation, learn from each other while having fun as we turn this project into a memorable and successful one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isabel, for those inspiring overview of the project. There's going to be a lot of work with the schools and the recipients. So Isabel and the team at the departments will have their hands full to ensure the success of this project. It is a very innovative new system of producing vegetables. In fact, in a room, it can be done in an air-conditioned room, pretty small area. The units are here. I guess they will show you when you're handing them out. But these systems can produce quite a number of vegetables and herbs. And we have done quite a bit at the department ourselves, Isabel being the person who led that initiative. So I want to congratulate her for the hard work that she has been doing in that area and let her know there's quite a bit of work to be done. Thank you very much. I now continue the program. We're going to have the address by Honorable Minister, Mrs. Quincy Gomes Marie, and she's the Minister of Sustainability, Innovation, and the Environment. Minister, please.
Adopting the protocol as established, a pleasant good morning to all. And I would like to also recognize those who I consider to be my guests of honor, the students from the 4 primary schools, the students from Albina Lake Hodge, WISE, PRU. If you can just stand so we could acknowledge you very quickly. Thank you for taking the time out to be here with us. Thank you. And thank you to your teachers for making sure that you would be here. Today we join with the global community in celebrating World Food Day under the theme, Water is Life, Water is Food, Leave No One Behind. This theme is self-explanatory, as it demonstrates the importance of water and the survival of our inhabitants of the earth. While water makes up approximately 70% of the Earth's surface, only 2.5% of it is fresh and suitable for human consumption, agriculture, and other uses. This means that the world's finite source of resources of water are under increasing pressure, and this is further exacerbated by the climate crisis. In Anguilla, we are all too familiar with the challenges of water scarcity and the ingenuity it demands. From the days of slavery, where our forebears were left to die on this drought-prone land, to the droughts of the 1800s, where historians like Mr. Colville Petty recalls drought-induced malnutrition, human and livestock mortality, extreme levels of poverty, and droughts that drove men and boys to find work in the Dominican Republic. This period gave rise to the Anguillan life hack of surviving water scarcity. From the days of using spring water, digging community wells to access groundwater, building our homes with flat roofs and tops and tanks on top to catch rainwater, cisterns for water storage, to using desalinated water from the sea, we have found innovative ways to access fresh water to support our daily lives. As such, the development of a viable agricultural sector in Anguilla has always been hampered by access to water. And not only access to water, but scarce arable land and the cost of water. Today, that innovative Anguillan spirit shines bright, as Anguilla is the first country in the region to have utilized and implemented the fork farm system that stands behind me. We have also led seminars that led to countries like the Cayman Islands and Barbados also utilizing the fork farm system. And this is only the beginning. As Minister of Sustainability, Innovation, and the Environment, I am committed to revolutionizing the agricultural sector. I am of the firm belief that food security is a national security concern. It increases our vulnerability in the face of global uncertainties caused by climate change, pandemics, natural disasters, wars, and the like. I have fully recognized that this is no easy task given the inherent challenges. However, I believe if we invest in innovative technologies now and introduce our younger generations to the concept of producing their own food in non-traditional ways, we are planting seeds that will flourish in time to come. Agriculture is the backbone of our civilization, and the urgency of implementing climate-smart solutions in agriculture cannot be overstated. We are not only safeguarding our food security, but also our planet's future. Farmers, policymakers, and consumers all have a role to play in this endeavor. It is a collective responsibility. At COP26 in Glasgow in November 2021, it was my pleasure to meet Mrs. Raquel Moses, the CEO of the Climate Smart Accelerator, the Caribbean Climate Smart Accelerator. This organization, funded by Mr. Richard Branson, comprises of a group of Caribbean governments and regional organizations, alongside some of the largest global companies, financial institutions, and foundations, seek to make the Caribbean the beacon of climate-smart development. The central objective is to help transform the region's economy by fast-tracking sound public and private investment opportunities that support climate action, economic growth through sustainable development. Having outlined my vision and challenges to the CCSA, that's the Caribbean Climate Smart Accelerator, they were able to put our ministry in contact with the fork farms and the producers of the flex farm system. A key feature of this system is that it recycles water and therefore is water efficient, thus addressing the water scarcity issues. And it is also a hydroponic system, which therefore does not require soil, thus addressing the arable land challenges that we face. After learning about the system and its capacity, we were very, very confident and purchased one system. I must commend the team of the Department of Natural Resources, in particular, Miss Isabel Rosario. Isabel took this project on as her baby. She did the research, she did the testing, and also showcased it to others. So as Anguilla boasts about being the first and being the one that influenced other Caribbean islands to join in, Anguilla is Isabel. And I thank you for your work. The results have been so promising that the CCSA was then able to secure grant funding from Sony Entertainment Enterprises for us to purchase 5 more Flex Farm systems, which we will distribute today to the students in our company. It is our hope that the beneficiaries of these systems, the young people at the Albina Lake Hodge Comprehensive School, the 4 primary schools that were named in Isabel's presentation earlier, and Zenaida Haven, will embrace this opportunity to learn new ways of growing their own food, and in time to come will pursue innovative agriculture as a viable career path in the future as their contributions to national security. We pledge the support of the Department of Natural Resources in helping the project beneficiaries to set up and use this system efficiently and monitor production. And we look forward to the near future where we will see the work of their hands in their lunchrooms, on their lunch menus, and their food programs very soon. Today's event is one of only several steps that I have pledged to take to revolutionize agriculture in Anguilla. I encourage you to stay tuned over the next few weeks. One of the hints, if you look around, you might see it over here to the north, or you probably can't see it from over there. We have some systems that we will be distributing very shortly at another event for our local farmers to support food security and the work that they are doing, and also to address the water scarcity issues. We are excited about what is to come, and we look forward to work with our farming community to develop a thriving agricultural sector in Anguilla. There is no better way to celebrate World Food Day than to invest in the future of food security. As we face the daunting challenges of the times, we must recognize that sustainable and climate-smart agriculture is not merely an option, it is an imperative. By adopting these practices, we can ensure that the future generations will inherit a world where agriculture thrives despite adversity, and our planet remains habitable for the sake of our food, our environment, and our shared future. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much, Minister, Honorable Minister, for your enthusiasm, your insights, and your interest in the new agriculture and new technology for agriculture in Anguilla. As you heard, Anguilla is the first to introduce these systems, and there are a number of other innovative areas in which the minister has talked about and is very serious about. She goes over and beyond the call of duty to ensure that we have new and innovative stuff in agriculture and keep us extremely busy to make sure that we are on the right track. We also have, I don't think we have mentioned this yet, the $1.2 million that we are investing in our farmers. And you can see the water tanks are there and the greenhouses are on their way. And so we are doing quite a bit in agriculture, and I'm proud that I am leaving, but on a good note, that we have a good investment in agriculture. So, Minister Stan and I will take a bow, give her a round of applause for her hard work. Thank you very much. We will now continue with the ribbon cutting and presentation of the units. I will call on Isabel and the minister, of course. I don't know who else will be coming to cut the ribbon and to present these units to these young folks at our learning institutions. So. Oh, can we have a student from each of the schools, please?
Yes. It's about to suggest that. I'll get one. Actually, separate a little bit so I can kind of see that. Come this way a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're stranded?
Bye.
Thank you very much for your patience. Give them a round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen. The schools will be receiving these flex farms. We're almost finished. We're going to have brief remarks by the recipient representative, and this is going to be from Zenaida Havel and the Juvenile Rehabilitation Center. The person who will be giving that remarks will be John Middleton. Mr. Middleton.
I give God thanks and praise for today, this occasion. I too would like to adopt the protocol already established. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I take this opportunity to say thank you to all parties involved in ensuring that these wonderful systems didn't go past us. Us in every sense, Anguilla, and more so, the Juvenile Rehabilitation Center. I remember a few years ago, it looks like yesterday, when I joined the service, I started an Eat It Great program at the center where we strive to grow and to teach our young men how to grow their own food. We have grown from bananas to plantains, pumpkins, watermelon, sweet peppers, just to name a few, and we could go on with the list. But in most recent times, we have been faced with a lack of water and indeed the erosion of our soil, because we had to be begging and going for soil here, there, and everywhere. Nonetheless, this morning we take this opportunity on behalf of the CPO and all our schools to say thank you to Miss Rosario. When we were named as one of the recipients, you know, like a young lady who was looking forward to be proposed to, we said, yes, yes, we will be a part of such. And so we are grateful this morning to be a part of this. And we assure you, as the Department of Probation, who are accustomed to deal with and to take care of the young, that we will do nothing less but to make sure that we take care and that we showcase. One of these days, I hope that we can come back right here and showcase all the things that we would grow. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity again to say thank you. It is not very easy, you know, to get these things. Some people think that when you're in office, when you sit down in office, you do nothing. But it is a prime example this morning that that is not so. And so to all those, to the minister, to the Department of Agriculture, Sustainable Development, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I assure that we will not disappoint.
Thank you very much, Mr. Millington. And we're going to bring the curtains down now with the vote of thanks. And this will be done by our Chief Natural Resource Officer in the Department of Natural Resources. Please help me welcome Miss Melissa Mead, our Chief Natural Resource Officer.
Permit me to adapt the protocol already established. Good morning, everyone. Cicero said, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Therefore, I can do no less but to thank all who contributed in some way to this event. On behalf of the Department of Natural Resources and the Ministry of Sustainability, Innovation, and the Environment, I would like to extend my gratitude to you, our esteemed guests and sponsors. Sincere thanks to the chairperson, Mr. William Vanterpool, Mrs. Cynthia Gums for the prayer, Ms. Isabel Rosario for the project overview, the Honorable Minister, Mrs. Quincy Gums Marie for the address, the brief remarks by Mr. John Millington. I would also like to say thank you for the entities capturing this event: Lloyd's Live, AI Live, Zuri Wilkes Photography, the Anguillian, KCN, and if I left anybody out, the media, thank you. Thanks to the project sponsors, thanks to the recipients who are present of the units. Thank you to those who contributed to this event, whether it's through the use of the podium, chairs, tent, sound system. Thank you. To all those who worked behind the scenes to make this event possible, I also say thanks. And once again to you, the listening audience, and those sitting and standing around, I say thank you once again. Thank you.
All right, I think we have come to the end of our program. I see picture taking, so I guess we'll start taking pictures, but the official program is finito, finished. See you all, thank you very much for coming. Finito.